Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to our English grammar class. Today we'll continue our lesson 7, that is pronouns. Now, children, let us come on to emphatic pronouns. Emphatic pronouns is also known as emphasizing pronouns. It means to lay emphasis or to lay stress on something. Now, children, sometimes we get confused between reflexive pronouns and this emphatic pronouns. Okay, now see how. Now let us read the definition of emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronouns are those pronouns which are used for emphasizing and have some forms of reflexive pronouns also. Okay, so it has some forms of reflexive pronouns also. That's why we get confused. So there is no need to get confused. Let us see the examples over here. Now she herself asked me to call you. Clear? An emphatic pronoun lays emphasis. For example, he himself paid the money. Now he is laying emphasis on himself. He himself. It is showing the stress on himself. He himself paid the money. Okay. He paid the money himself. Now this is a simple sentence. I am saying that he paid his money. Okay. Now see, a reflexive pronoun always answers the question whom. Now the difference between emphatic and reflexive pronoun is that reflexive pronoun sentence always answers the question whom. See how? She locked herself inside the room. Who locked herself? Who locked her? Okay, it is answering the question whom. She locked herself inside the room. So in the given sentence, we should ask the question locked whom. Clear? The word herself is a reflexive pronoun and answers the question. So this is the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Clear, children? Hope you have understood. Now, children, let us move on to our next pronoun, that is relative pronoun. Relative pronoun is used to relate two events or relate something. How? Let us see with an example. The boy who stole his wallet has run away. Now in this sentence, two events are there. The boy who stole his wallet and ran away. Okay. So now this word who is relating these two events. Is relating these two events. How? See. The boy who stole his wallet. That boy ran away. Okay. So like this it is relating these two events. Now see, do not get confused that this is an interrogative pronoun. As we are using who, every time, that is, if we are using who, it doesn't means that it is an interrogative pronoun. This who, we are using this who here to relate two events. Two events means the boy who stole the wallet and the another event is ran away. So these two events are joined with this word who. Okay, so this who is relating these two events, so that's why it is known as relative pronoun. Let us read the definition. Relative pronouns are used to join sentences to refer back to a noun or pronoun is called its antecedent and also to introduce noun, clause and relative clauses. Clear? So this was relative pronoun. Now words like who, whom, whose, which and that are used as relative pronoun. Now see, children, the worksheet is given or an exercise is given over here in which you have to fill the relative pronoun. See, first I will do it for you. I know someone dash eats only fruits. Now these two events, I know somebody, and how I am going to relate that event with a word which is relative pronoun, and which relative pronoun I will use? Who. Okay. Now second one, the White House is beside ours, belongs to my friend Varun. Now these two events, I have to relate these two events. So how I am going to use, which word I am going to use, how I am going to relate it? Using which. Clear? Same way you have to do this. These are the remaining sentences. Try them. Now, next is indefinite pronouns. Now children, let us come on to indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns means when we talk about person or things in general. We don't specify any particular person or thing. Let us read the definition. Indefinite pronouns refer to persons or things in general rather than to specific person or thing. We do not specify any person or thing over here. We talk in general. Okay, generally we talk about here person or thing. For example, let us see, everybody knows that she is a good singer. Now here a word everybody is for general. Okay, it is not indicating any particular person here. Okay, so everybody, all, they all know that she is a good singer. We are not talking about a particular person, that this person only knows this singer. Okay, clear? So some examples of indefinite pronouns are all, any, several. We can use anybody, everything, nobody, someone, everyone, none. All these are the examples of indefinite pronouns. Now children, come on to distributive pronouns. What are distributive pronouns? Now see, distributive pronouns are used to refer to persons or object one at a time. One by one, we will talk about the person or things or objects one by one. See how it refers to all the person and things one by one. Each, for example, each of the students must carry his identity card with him. Now, if I am using each over here, each means all the students have to carry their identity card, but here I am talking about all the students. I am talking about each and every student one by one. Okay, so I am talking about all these students, that they all have to carry the identity card at one by one. Okay, at one time. Now, next, reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns are used to refer to or more people who can carry out an action at the same time and are affected by its consequences at the same time. Now, see, we are talking about two or more people. Clear? In distributive pronouns, we are talking about only one child, one by one. Okay, children or a person one by one, one at a time. Okay. Now, here we are talking about two or more people. They can carry action, who carry out action at the same time, and it affects its consequences at the same time also. See the example. Jack and Jill help each other. Now these are the two persons, Jack and Jill, they are helping each other, and the effect is on each other only. Okay. All the team members should help one another. Okay. Now one another. All the team members here, they all are collectively helping each other. Clear? Now reciprocal pronouns are each other and one another. Each other is used when two persons are involved. One another is used when more than two persons are involved. Is it clear? You have to remember these two differences between where to use each other and where to use one another. Okay, so each other is used when two persons are involved, and one another is used when more than two persons are involved. So children, this was reciprocal pronoun. Okay, now this is an exercise K given over here. You have to identify the kind of pronouns which are mentioned in bold. I am doing two for you, and rest you will do it by yourself. Now, you are my best friend. Now, what kind of pronoun here? You is, it is a personal pronoun. Okay, like this you have to do. Third one, John hit himself when he fell from the camel. Now, we have read this sentence. Okay, so this word himself is a what kind of pronoun? Yes, reflexive pronoun. Clear? Clear? Like this you have to do the exercises, and I will give you answers. Now see, here also on page number 43, one more book exercise is given, that is L. Fill in the blanks with suitable pronouns from the box. You have to select the suitable pronoun from the box and you have to write the answer here. You will check the answers when I will give you the answers in the another class. Thank you and have a good day.